This chapter talks about altering our perspective. And check out this Viktor Frankl quote that is just so powerful. He says, "Man does not simply exist, but always decides what his existence will be, what he will become in the next moment. By that same token, every human being has the freedom to change at any instant." That's coming from Viktor Frankl, who, as many of you may know, was the Auschwitz Holocaust survivor, incredible human being, wrote Man's Search for Meaning. And that quote is so true. In this chapter, we're talking about perspective being everything. This is what the Stoics truly believed, that you could alter your circumstances by changing your perspective. And really, there's two areas that give you an opportunity to change your perspective. One is the context of the situation. You think about the example that we gave of the lion eating the zebra, right? One way to change our perspective of that is to just look at the entire context. It may seem traumatizing and graphic up close, but as you widen and look at all of the context of the savannah and of nature and of earth, all of a sudden, it really puts the event into place. The other place that we have an opportunity to change our perspective is in the framing. So one is the context, is just being aware of all of the neutral things that have to do with that event. The other part, the framing, is really the lens that we see through, right? That's the belief systems we've been talking about, the values. And so noticing that both of those things are something that is within our control, that we can change our viewpoint, as far as, like, most of the time it's going to be getting a broader view to get more context, or altering the lens that we're seeing through, the framing. And the example that this chapter gives that's really, really cool is George Clooney. George Clooney at one point was a struggling actor trying to get parts, and he saw that, all of these auditions were just more opportunities to get let down and turned away and rejected. Whereas eventually he changed his perspective, realizing that the real problem wasn't his of getting a part, but the casting directors of finding the right person. And so as soon as he started approaching his auditions as if he was the solution to the casting director's problems, it changed everything. So that's an example of changing both the context and the framing of an obstacle, and to have it be something that ended up serving George Clooney to obviously become one of the most successful actors in Hollywood. So altering our perspective is something that is within our control, and that's our invitation, is to really look at those two areas, context and framing, and start practicing with things that you perceive as obstacles in your life.